Hello and welcome to a lesson on absolute value inequalities. Today we're going to talk about how to solve this type of inequalities. We've already actually talked about how to solve parts of these when we talked about compound inequalities in the last lesson. There are two types of absolute value inequalities, and inequalities and or inequalities. There's a trick for us to remember which one is which. If we see the inequality sign less than, this is going to be an and inequality. If we see the greater symbol, this is the or inequality. An example, here we have absolute value bars and the less than symbol. This would be an and inequality. If we see the greater symbol, that's or, and we would solve that as an or inequality. Two requirements must be met for us to solve these types of inequalities. First, we must have absolute value bars, and we must have inequalities. Now, let's look at how to solve them. If we have an and inequality, first we make sure it is an and, which it is. We have a less than symbol. To solve this, we put the middle, the 2x minus 1, whatever is in the absolute value bars, in the middle. Then we solve this by putting the less than symbols on either side. Then the number that is on the end gets placed on the end of either side, and on the left-hand side, we always make it negative. To solve this, we now solve this as if it was a regular compound inequality. To do this, we add 1 to either side and then divide everything by 2. Our final answer then becomes x is greater than or equal to negative 2 or less than or equal to 3. The or inequality begins with an or inequality symbol and the absolute value bars. We will set up two inequalities for this or inequality. The first one is the same as what we had written as the original problem, just without the absolute value bars. Then we place the or sign, and then the next inequality is the same of what's inside the absolute value bars, and then we flip the sign to make it a less than, and make the end a negative 6 from here. To do this, we now solve each individually. There is only one step. We subtract 1 from all sides. Our answer then becomes x is greater than 5 or x is less than negative 7. You want to make sure at the end you put that or word back in there because there are two options, here or here. Now, I'd like you to try 2 on your own. At this time, please pause the video and solve these two problems. Once you are finished, unpause the video and you can check your answers. Hopefully by now you've had a chance to pause the video and try these. If not, please go back and do that now. Here are the answers. For the first one, we see less than symbol, so that is an and inequality. The setup is then the middle on the inside, surrounded by two less than symbols, and then we place this number on the end and make it negative and post it on the left. Then there's only one step here. We subtract 1 from all sides. This is our final answer. For the inequality, we have the greater symbol. And here we set up two inequalities. The first one is the exact same as the original problem, just dropping the absolute value bars. Or we have the middle the same of what's in the absolute value bars. Then we make the inequality sign a less than, we flip it, and make the end negative. Now we treat these separately and solve them, adding 4 to all sides and then dividing by 3. And here's our final answer. Hopefully this video helped you a little bit understand absolute value inequalities. If you need more time to understand, please go back and review any part of the video. Thank you and have a great day.